Sometimes in life, without even realizing it, we develop certain behaviors that quietly reveal we're rising into a higher stage of growth, a stage filled with calmness, deeper understanding, and a powerful inner strength. If you carry these 6 signs within you, know that you've reached a level many people only dream of achieving. These signs may seem simple on the surface, but behind each of them lies years of experience, self-awareness, and a hidden emotional maturity. Loving solitude means reaching a point that feels frightening to many, but becomes a safe haven for you. A place you don't run away from. A space that doesn't make you feel alone, but instead recharges your soul like a personal power source. When you're by yourself, your mind becomes clearer, your emotions settle, and your thoughts gain depth. You don't fear being alone because you're comfortable with yourself, and you don't need anyone's presence or approval to feel valued. This is maturity, the quiet kind of strength, the ability to build a deep and honest relationship with yourself, a relationship many people never experience. You sense the lie, but you don't react. You're one of those people who can tell when someone is hiding something. You feel it in their eyes, in their behavior, in the tone of their voice. But here's the point. You don't call them out. Not because you're naive, not because you don't understand, but because you've learned that your value is far greater than wasting your energy explaining something the other person doesn't even believe themselves. Sometimes you just look, smile, and quietly think, go ahead, play your game, I know exactly what's happening. This is maturity. Understanding without creating chaos. Seeing everything without letting it disturb your peace. You look for solutions, not complaints. Life doesn't always show its brighter side, but when challenges arrive, you don't break. You think first, you analyze, and you create a way forward. Complaining is the behavior of people who are still stuck in their inner child. But you've grown, not in age, but in understanding. You've realized that every moment spent complaining drains the energy you need for solving the problem. And that's why you go straight to the core, the solution. This is what it means to manage your life, to control your emotions, and to think with maturity. 4. You have the power to say no. You've learned that saying no isn't a sign of disrespect. Sometimes it's an act of respect toward yourself, toward your peace, your path, and the boundaries that took you years to build. You've grown tired of trying to please everyone, and you've realized you can't be the hero of everyone's life. That's why when something goes against your values, you respond gently, respectfully, yet firmly with a simple no. A mature person understands that saying no is an essential skill, and you possess that skill. You always stand with what's right. You're the kind of person who cannot tolerate injustice, not for yourself and not for anyone else. You grew up choosing what's right, not what's popular. Many people prefer to stay quiet, look the other way, or step aside, but you're not one of them. You have, even if you stand alone, you still choose the side of truth, because for you, it doesn't matter how many people stand with you. What matters is what's right. And that is true maturity. You don't chase reconciliation when you're not the one at fault. This means you don't sell yourself short. You've learned that if someone doesn't value your peace, your respect, or your kindness, you're under no obligation to stay. You're not the type of person who runs after someone just to keep a relationship alive. If you're not at fault, if your respect is ignored, or your character is treated poorly, you step back quietly, without drama. Not out of pride, but out of self-respect. You give respect, but you expect it in return. And if it's not there, you walk away. And that is maturity at its highest form. If you've found these signs within yourself, it means you've reached a level many people may never experience. A stage where real power isn't in loudness or in claims, but in calmness, in understanding, in choosing wisely, and in respecting yourself. You are mature because life taught you. You learned, and you grew. And this is the most beautiful version of you. If you're interested in personal growth and psychological insight, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our family.